Hey everybody, I know it's late. Just want to talk about Smackdown tonight. Unfortunately, what I talked about in my last video earlier today, they did it. Sheamus pretty much by himself beat 3 of the 5 tag teams on SmackDown. They buried the LWO. They buried the good old boys, the OC, buried tonight. They buried the Street Profits, buried tonight. All for Pretty Deadly to win. You know good well Pretty Deadly is not going to beat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So they brought them up from NXT to be fed to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This is why you don't have superstars in the WWE. They pick a handful of people, and that's going to be your stars. The same way in the women's division, you got, it's going to wind up being a triple threat match. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka versus Bianca. If it don't be a triple threat match, somebody's going to cash in. Charlotte's going to win, and somebody's going to cash in. And that'd be a shame if they gave Asuka the belt for her to lose it. The question is, who's going to win the Money in the Bank? Is it going to be, it should be Io Sky, we hope. But her and Bayley got issues. Who else is in there that could win it? Rodriguez. She's still a little green. I mean, her moveset is just so simple. But other than that, there's nobody else. And the men for the Money in the Bank. You will hope that Dominic will win it. Oh no, Dominic not in it. Dominic fighting Cody Rhodes, ain't he? So, who will get the Money in the Bank briefcase? Damian Priest? Matt Riddle? Who else in there? You know Ricochet ain't gonna get it. You know Shinsuke ain't gonna get it. That's why I say, some of y'all didn't believe me when I said that the WWE ruined professional wrestling. Because you don't base the wrestling on whether you care about the people. You base it on the matches. Yeah, they had some good matches on tonight. The story with the Bloodline shows you it's not about the matches. None of them wrestle, but they dominated the show. They make you care. They dominated the show. As far as Jimmy Uso, I was waiting for him to say, I didn't want them to call you the right-hand man because you should be standing next to Roman. You shouldn't be his right-hand man. That's what I was waiting for Jimmy to say. Sami Zayn has told Jey Uso that he is the tribal chief. But he let Roman take it. When we gonna get back to that story? Jey Uso only acknowledged Roman when he was beating the crap out of his brother Jimmy. Keep that in mind. All this time, Jey Uso been simmering. Jey Uso think he should be the tribal chief. Jimmy's the older brother. But Jey Uso is the name. Roman is the name. Jimmy is just the Uso that's like whatever. It's a strange dynamic. that you got two twin brothers. Then you got Sokoa, which is their younger brother. Then you got Roman, who was their cousin. They all grew up together. But egos collide. He's telling him that he's training him to replace him. In his heart, he knows he got just as much right to be the tribal chief as he does. So why would he want to stay under him and wait for him to get tired of being the tribal chief and then pass it over to him? Really? I'm just saying. Really. But it's the most intriguing storyline in wrestling today. What else we got going on? Be honest. What else we got going on? We switch over to AEW. Who's hot right now? Nobody. Who's hot in AEW right now? Nobody. Some people will say, well, Chris Stanler's hot right now. Chris Stanler is back, and she knew, and I give it to her. She has size, she got the right look, but people glad to see her back. What's going to happen when they're way off? And they're not booking her right. She beat a woman that was undefeated for 60 straight matches. And she been struggling in every match back. She been struggling. She struggled to beat Anna Jay. Anna Jay. That match should have been a squash. You understand what I'm saying? That should have been a squash. How you justify that not being a squash? How do you justify that? Anna Jay can't wrestle. AEW is still putting Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir is lousy. She need to go back to MMA. She's not believable. You look at her eyes. She made that mean face, but you look at her eyes. Look at them blue eyes. There's no fire. There's nothing there. She just look phony. Like she trying to be something she's not. She's not good. Some of y'all can get mad at me all you want. Doesn't look good. And she's not built right. And I hate to say it, she needs to put her shoes back on and get in there and learn how to wrestle. Her doing all them arm locks and all that stuff. People want to see wrestling. We want to see arm drags. We want to see body slams. We want to see suplexes. I mean, she's boring, but Tony is going to keep pushing her. You know why? Because the WWE has Ronda Rousey and they have Shayna Baszler. Speaking of Shayna Baszler, Vince McMahon didn't want to push Shayna Baszler. Vince McMahon did not want to push Shayna Baszler because she doesn't look sexy. She's pretty, but she's not sexy. You got to be sexy for Vince McMahon to push you. You got to be sexy. If Bayley wasn't so popular, she wouldn't get no pop. Bayley is the woman you would bring home to mind. But she's not a dream woman. And that's what the WWE, that's what Vince wants for his women. He wants you to salivate over him. He wants you to have a poster on the wall. You understand what I'm saying? Like the woman, Maxine Dupree. She is absolutely gorgeous. But why is she on TV? Because she's gorgeous. That's it. There's so much stuff going on that it's ridiculous and nobody's really talking about it. The LWO. I have no idea why they created the LWO. Phantasma is not going to get over, and Rey Mysterio cannot put him over. He can't do it. They just don't. They missing something. and trying to make them fan favorites when they were rule breakers at NXT. I don't get it. So you're going to throw Pretty Deadly under the bus already. Why do you bring stars up to throw them under the bus? Because you're trying to put on pay-per-view matches on free TV. There should be one main event. You should have a 3-tier system. You got your bums that always lose. You got your mid-card, which could battle for the U.S. or Intercontinental title, but they lose to the superstars. And you put the contenders for those 2 titles. You mix them up in main events with your superstar. Every show should have one main event at the end. One main event. The rest of the matches should be squash matches. So you get to see everybody moveset. You get to see everybody finish a move. And then you get to see them face good competition, and you pay for it. Whether it's a house show, or whether it's a pay-per-view, or premium live event. That's the way it's supposed to be. When you make every show, whole card is full of possible main events. You water down the pay-per-view. When you give me something for free, why am I going to pay for it? If you got Seth Rollins defending the championship on TV for free, why pay to go see it? Why do you think Ric Flair didn't wrestle on TV that much? And when he did, he wrestled a Brad Armstrong, a Tim Horner. He wrestled bums. He wrestled bums. You get to see the world champion, but if you want to see him defend the belt, if you want to see him against somebody good, you had to pay money. This is how Vince McMahon run. It wasn't just him, because Eric Bischoff had a lot to do with it. When he came with WCW, and they started battling on Monday nights, they started putting their best stars against their best stars on free TV. They ruined the business. WCW went under. Why would you get a WCW pay-per-view when they got the good matches? I can tell you, I went 10 years without getting a pay-per-view. I was satisfied to watch the main events that they had on free TV, and then you see the recap. Because if it's supposed to be a tag team match, the 2 members of the tag team are going to face in single matches, one or the other. So you already see the match before the pay-per-view. So what's so important about seeing the actual match at the pay-per-view? You've already seen the match. You've seen the guys wrestle each other. Just not at the same time, but they wrestled each other. Just think about it. Who does Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had to wrestle? Imperium. You really think Imperium gonna win the championship? You really think Sheamus Boys gonna win the championship? You really think Hit Row gonna win the tag team championship? You think the Viking Raiders gonna win the tag team championship when they jobbing them out? They getting jobbed out every week. Seriously. The OC got jobbed out tonight. Everybody getting jobbed out. Why did Triple H bring the NXT stars up and rehire them to make them bums? Bronson Reed should be on the tear right now. Instead, he loses. Johnny Gargano. Yeah, Johnny Gargano need to get in the gym. And he needs some personality. But he could give you some great matches. But they waiting for Tommaso Ciampa to come back. Why? Why not put him in the campaign? Instead, you have him come up on TV and get beat. Nobody care about him. Mustafa Ali 2 years ago could have been something. Instead of Kofi Mania, it supposed to have been Mustafa Mania. What they done with him? Nothing. Jobbed him out. Because to take him seriously now, you ain't jobbed him out. Chad Gable and Otis, you ain't jobbed him out. I thought they were going to let Ricochet and Braun Strowman get the tag team championship. We ain't seen Braun Strowman in weeks. And Ricochet is going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I thought he was in the tag team. There's no consistency. That they're not building stars. They just got a bunch of mid-carders and a handful of superstars. How many times are we going to see the Miz get jobbed out and yet you expect us to take them seriously? You jobbed the heck out of them. And then we supposed to take them seriously. Like he was really going to beat Cody Rhodes. Really. They feed their stars on each other so much that nobody stands out. Nobody's a superstar. There is no Rock. Who's on the Rock level? Who's on Stone Cold Steve Austin level? Who's on Triple H level when he was the Game? Who? You only got a handful of people. Sheamus is getting tiresome. Drew McIntyre, I'm sorry, he got the charisma of toast. He's boring. He got the look, the size. Him come out there with that devil sword looks stupid. It does. We tired of seeing the same people. The Bloodline storyline is keeping Roman Reigns relevant. Seth Rollins, I've been sick of him. Seriously. But the that's keeping him going. Brock Lesnar, played out. Sick of him. They keep going back to him because they ain't got no superstars. They had a chance for Cody and make him the champ and do something. But they didn't. They didn't pull a trigger. They're going to let Roman Reigns get that championship. They're going to let him get it. And hold it down. He's going to beat Pedro Morales' record next Saturday. And I think Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino are going to be, I know it's Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund. Those are the ones that'll be holding it the longest, the championship. The fact that they split. What was the purpose of giving Roman Reigns this title and he still got the other two? Somebody explain that. What's the purpose of giving Roman Reigns this title and he still got the other two? Stupid stuff. Why does Asuka's Women's Championship say undisputed, but Rhea Ripley's doesn't say undisputed? Undisputed means nobody can say they the champ. Only you. So if Asuka is the undisputed women's champion, what is Rhea Ripley? See, if they would have made it simple and just said that Asuka was the universal women's champion and that Rhea was the world heavyweight champion, you still making Asuka's title supreme. They're supposed to be equal. If they equal, nobody is the undisputed champion. You would have to say the undisputed champion of Smackdown is Asuka. The undisputed champion of Raw is rare. But the undisputed WWE champ, yet that is done. Roman Reigns is the undisputed WWE champion. He has both the WWE World Heavyweight title and he has the WWE Universal. The Universal title is the title that they got from WCW. Now, the NWA broke off with WCW. But that title's supposed to go back to 1905. But now, there's the NWA, a little itty-bitty federation. They trying to hold on to that legacy. But that's supposed to be what the world title or the universal title was renamed. That's that championship. Whether you want to break down the semantics on it, the fact of the matter is, one of those titles is the WCW title. The other one is the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns still has both of them. So what is this belt for? What is that belt for? You still got 3 world championships. You still got 3 world championships. This stuff don't make no sense. I'm trying to follow it. AEW Collision is tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Because I'm hoping there's some changes. Tony Khan. The only thing keeping AEW afloat is the fact that Tony Khan is a billionaire. I wonder if he even make money. Is he losing money? Is he breaking even? He got a bloated roster they don't use. And WWE is guilty of the same thing. You shouldn't need to have all these wrestlers that don't come on TV. Have them come out and fight. The only time it should be one main event per show, and you should have qualifying matches to get a title shot. That's how you should do it. If you're going to have a televised, there should be no televised championship matches. You want to see a championship match, you should have to pay for it. That's the mistake. You got people spoiled. People should be vying for a championship match, and then they get it at the pay-per-view. There should be a title defense every month on the pay-per-view. Every month. Now, you can make a television championship that can be defended every week. You could even have a secondary tag team championship that could be defended every week. But they would be the number 1 contenders to the world championships. And somebody would have to step over them to get the title shot at the pay-per-view. It should be everybody gold to be in the title matches on the pay-per-view. You should get title matches on regular TV. That's just my opinion. But it's done, it's done. It's done. But I hope that Collision is not the same thing as Dynamite. We don't need 2 shows that we just shake our head at. Rampage is boring. I might watch Rampage, I might not. I don't know. To me, it's boring. The people on there, you don't know. And now that they don't have AEW Dark anymore, they had the 2 Dark shows Monday and Tuesday. You don't have them anymore, so you're going to have people on there that you don't see on Dynamite You're going to be like, who? They try to put good matches on there. The problem is they're not good matches. You don't know who they are. Who cares? They don't stick with the storylines. Like right now, what's a storyline? They brought the guy up for NXT. The country boy. They say, to the moon. They got him feuding with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is done. They buried him. You can't revive his career. But they're using him. He's down in NXT demanding title shots. He's doing something. He sucks. He's a free agent. He can go to any one of the 3 brands anytime he wants. That's a way to use somebody that you already buried. He can go to all 3 shows and get buried. That's useful. But why are you trying to put the SAP, the Spanish Association Project or whatever, El Helico and Luther and M. Picker, whatever the heck the little midget name is. Don't nobody want to see them people. But see, Luther is a good friend of Chris Jericho. That's how he got a job. That's how he got a job. Brandon Cutlet. Brandon Cutlet has sucked since day one. But the Bucks love him. They went to school together. That's why he be on our TV. The Bucks worrying about playing with their friends and giving their friends jobs on Tony Khan dime. Don't nobody want to see him. Instead of giving Jurassic Express the belts when they were hot, they waited till people got tired of them. It didn't work. People got tired of them. They got tired of waiting for them to win the belts. They're doing the same thing now. When they first started, they had so many tag teams. Ever since they were trying to do that trios title, all the tag teams are broken up. All the tag teams are broken up. Now everybody trying to do with trios. There ain't no tag teams for FTR to fight. Who they gonna fight against? The Guns? Please. What other tag team? Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal? Please. What other ones? The Acclaim? They got something good with the Acclaim. They don't know what to do with them. This is something that is really boggling about wrestling today. You know, back in the old days, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes must have had about 500 NWA World Championship matches. He only won the title 3 times. Why? It was about the chase. Because here's something that modern wrestlers have not been able to do. When the chase is over, then what? Wardlow won the belt. Then what? They had him lose it right away. If Cody Rhodes would have beat Roman Reigns, then what? They don't plan for the then what. When the babyface win the championship, they don't have no place to go. So they wind up taking it back off of them and make them chase it again. If Vince McMahon have his way, Cody will be like his father and spend his life chasing the championship. He's always going to be chasing. And when he get it, he might hold it for a week or two. and they're going to take it off of him. And he's going to be chasing it. And that's the reason. When the Acclaim won the Tag Team Championship, they didn't know what to do with him. So they took it off of him, gave him to the Guns. They gave him to the Guns. They didn't know what to do with it. They gave it to FTR. Do you understand? They don't plan ahead. They plan to chase. What happened when the chase is over? MJF chased to get the championship. He had a great match with Bryan Danielson. That 4-way match with the Pillars sucked. It sucked. Everybody said, no, it sucked. He got over on Darby Allin. Why ain't Darby Allin clamoring for a rematch? People getting on Bianca Belair for crying about a rematch. After Bianca Belair broke that record, they took the belt off of her and gave it to Asuka. So Asuka can do what she always do. Lose it right back to Charlotte. That's what's going to happen. She can lose the belt right back to Charlotte. Asuka has not beaten Charlotte. And then I guess Bianca will chase Charlotte at WrestleMania. Because they can only do the chase. Once you get it, they can't do nothing with it. Bianca Belair, longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. She beat Becky Lynch. And who she defend against? Bayley a couple times. Bayley some more. They had nobody for. They had nobody for. Because they ain't built nobody up. Everybody gets squashed. But you got Piper Niven. She could have been something. They won't push her because she fat. Nikki Cross went back to her old self and ain't doing nothing. She was doing better as Nikki Ash. I'm being honest. They just stick with the same people and shove them down our throat instead of letting other people. LA Knight should be one of the biggest things on Smackdown. The people love him. But Vince McMahon didn't build him. The itty bitty NWA is where he made his name. That's why it's taking so long to get the push going for him. Vince McMahon don't want it because he didn't come out of NXT. That's why he don't want to push him. Vince McMahon fired Bronson Reed. Damn shame. I'm gonna tell you something. I watched NXT the other day, and I hate to say it. There was some stuff I didn't like, but the show wasn't that bad. And the blonde girl in Chase University, she's a bundle of energy, man. She was freaking hilarious. I'm sorry. She is funny as hell. Some of y'all say she is funny as hell. I hate to say it. You know, a lot of people say she too good. She was funny as hell. I hate to say it. Wesley is pretty good. Mello should be making his way to the main roster within the next 2 years. The problem is, are they going to let him be himself? They're going to give him a new image. Are they going to job him out? When you're trying to do main events for every match, somebody got to lose. And what happens is, you turn around, your stars are jobbers. How many matches has main event Jey Uso single matches? How many has he lost? A whole lot of them. But they call him main event loser. Because almost every time he was in the main event, what did he do? He lost. This man believes tag team wrestlers can't beat single wrestlers. But when they supposed to wouldn't do it with their tag team, but when they're tag team, they still get beat by single wrestlers. That's why I don't understand. Make it make sense. Give me something I can follow that's logical, I can believe in. AEW, almost every match got some kind of weapon, some kind of cheating. There's always somebody get jumped at the end of the match. Sometimes they get jumped before the match start and get jumped at the end of the match. You're like, got done. You feel like you have to have a gun in order to wrestle with AEW. Might get jumped on the way to the ring. Might get jumped when the match over. Get jumped in the back. Get jumped in the parking lot. And like, you ain't safe nowhere. On Smackdown, you see Jay and Sammy hanging out in the parking lot. The AEW, man, that's deadly. You can't be hanging out in the back. You'll get hurt. Hurt badly. It's ridiculous. And what they done with Saraya, I wish she had never came back. She just looks like a damn simpleton. I don't know what they doing. And why did they give Tony Storm the belt instead of giving it to Saraya? We understand that Jamie Hayter is hurt. Why not just take the belt off of her and give it and let Saraya win a tournament? Why have her? She's already hurt. Why have her go in there and get squashed? Now people see she got squashed. So when she come back, the people ain't gonna be behind her like they was. Because they saw her get squashed. Why do you kill your talent? I don't understand. Just take the belt off of her and have a tournament. That could have been a month's worth of booking right there. But they don't want to do that because he don't want the women. He don't think the women can carry anything. And it's because they not booked right. It's like, oh Lord, here come the women. Here's the women's segment. Go to the bathroom, go get some popcorn, put something in the microwave while that going on. That's what happened. Oh, here come Orange Cassidy. All right, let me go ahead and start cooking something. He like, oh Lord, here come these Mexican people nobody don't know. All right, well, let me go find something to do. That's what you find yourself doing. Well, you find yourself fast forwarded a lot. You find yourself fast forwarded because you don't know these people and you don't care. They forever introducing somebody from Japan and we look at them like, who the hell is that? We don't care. Give me a reason to care. So hopefully we'll get Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa against Jimmy and Jay at the pay-per-view. Because Roman don't have nobody to wrestle. Who is he going to wrestle? Name one person for Roman Reigns to wrestle on Smackdown right now. Rey Mysterio? Really? Karrion Kross? Really? Who is he going to wrestle? Sheamus? Been there, done that. I don't know what happened to Bobby Lashley. He got drafted to SmackDown. We ain't seen him on SmackDown yet. Who is Roman Reigns going to wrestle? You know who he going to wrestle? He going to wrestle Jimmy. Jay. He going to wrestle Jay or Jimmy. That's his next. Because nobody else is built up. But it's going to be a tag team match. He not defending those belts at the pay-per-view and Money in the Bank. He not defending the belt. He's going to be tag teaming with his cousin against his two cousins. That's what's going to happen. And it's sad. They got a lot of women What happened to the Chinese girl? What happened to Lacey Evans? They brought her on just to job out. They brought her on just to job out. Liv Morgan got hurt. People get sick of her anyway, but Liv Morgan got hurt. Who else says that? Please don't say Natty. They ain't jobbed her so bad. You can't do nothing with her. She done. And that's sad. Because I think Natalia's a sweetheart. Why do I say that? Because I seen her on, what's that show on A&E that the ladies had? So I got to know Naomi, Natty, for that show on E. It made you get to know them and it made you care about them. I actually watch Impact now, and I fast forward. To see if Naomi gonna be on there, or Trinity, as she called now. Because of the connection that I made years ago when she was on the A&E show. That connection. Because to be honest, she's not that good a wrestler. I'm just being honest. She's not 5-star. She may be 4-star. She's good, but she's not great. You know? People that's great don't get it. Serena Deebs should be the AEW Women's World Champion. She's a great wrestler. Why ain't she?
Power off.
Because she's not sexy. Oh, the little speaker just turned itself off. Let me turn it back on.
Power on.
Because we're not playing nothing.
Bluetooth connected.
Uh-oh. Let's go turn the music on. Uh-oh. Ain't it? Actually, just turn that down. You can leave it on. I should have been thought of that. Had lower the music. You know, it's late. So I ain't want to play nothing, but I can play that. Like I was saying, you got people that could be champion. They won't let them. Matt Riddle should have been a world champion. Roman Reigns got a stranglehold on him. Who else should be a world champion? Seth Rollins waited so long that they just gave him a belt to shut him up. I think Vince McMahon wanted to keep the belts on Roman Reigns. I think Triple H wanted a belt for Raw. You know, it's not fair to USA pay all that money for Monday Night Raw and they don't have no world title. So, you know, because Roman Reigns don't even want to show up. He don't even want to show up on Raw. But he carrying the belt for Raw. Why they can't make him show up on both shows? If he do show up, besides Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, who else he got to wrestle? He already beat Seth Rollins. He already beat Matt Riddle. He's beat Kevin Owens. He's beat Sami Zayn. But they the tag team champions now, so they're not even in the question. I don't know if we face AJ Styles yet. Maybe they'll do Styles and Roman Reigns. You just had Styles lose the Seth Rollins, though. But chances are he's going to lose to Roman Reigns. That's why I say they put themselves in a corner. But anyway, y'all leave me y'all comments. What do y'all think? Do y'all agree with what I'm saying? Would you like to see me cover the shows? Do you enjoy my honest viewpoint? For somebody who's on the outside looking in, I've been watching wrestling since I was 12 years old. 12. 12 years old. Do you want me to start using the OBS to do these shows with? Right now, I'm using my cell phone. And I'll be honest with you, I'm laying down. Using my 2 screens. The reason is I'm not showing no footage right now, but if I show footage in slow motion and keep going back and forth, we haven't got flagged for it. Because I'm not giving you something that you can watch concurrently. So we haven't got flagged for it. If I just tried to play something, the video will go down immediately and I will lose the channel. But as long as it's not viewable, comfortable for you to see, they won't say nothing. They're more concerned with the music. But there were a lot of people that were trying to play, WWE and stuff, entertainment. You're less likely to get flagged for AEW. They want any kind of exposure they can get. NWA, less likely to get flagged. TNA or Impact, less likely to get flagged. But I'm just showing a still picture. And even so, I'm still going back and forth. So that the YouTube computer get the algorithm that I'm not keeping something steady on. It's hard to flag somebody when you're not staying steady. If I'm going back and forth, my conversation must be keeping you watching. You're not watching to see these 2 photos. You know when you blow these pictures up, they look terrible. You blow them up. And that's amazing. It don't look as bad down there because it's far away. But you get up close and you blow it up, you can see the pixelation in their faces. Tomorrow, might be buying a new projector. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking about getting Hitachi TW 305, I think it is. I think they made a 332. But they got one for $40. And hey, I'll give it a shot. I never had a Hitachi before. It'd be something different. I had to get a remote for it. But I'd give it a shot. Like I said, they don't have the Epsons in my price range. I mean, I can spend more, but I'm not. If I'm gonna spend more, I'm going all in. And there's no reason to. If I go all in, then I have to worry about it. These, they fail, I throw them in the trash, put no one up. I like it that way, it's simple. I'll always have 2 projectors to project with. But we have to get a backup for that wall right there. We're using the backup right now. The main one went up, so we're using the backup. I gotta say, for a backup, that looks pretty good. But we need another backup. So if that one go, because you never know. When you buy something used, you don't know what somebody did with it before you had it. That's the only risk. But at $40 a pop, 20. Like I said, I paid $20 for that. And we get a month out of that, I got my money. See, if we get a week out of this, I gotta get my money. $20. Some of you say that's not a long time. I run these things 24/7. You got people that buy these and put them in a family room and they watch a movie once a week. You understand what I'm saying? And they watch a regular TV the rest of the week. I run these 24/7. So I don't want to get something I got to worry about. Oh, you left it on. Why you leave it on? You know, you putting hours with a bug. You like you left it on, so what? I throw another one up. Not a big deal. I like being that way. It's consistent. I hope y'all enjoyed me talking about the rest. And, if you want me to break down the matches and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section. As I said, when I was young, I used to start up wrestling leagues, with the neighborhood boys. So I kind of understand from a different perspective, somebody who's just watching it, and ain't never really done it. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the days when you could do stuff. Now your parents would let you do nothing. Oh, you're going to get hurt. Oh, yeah. You could do anything you wanted to back in the day. You can't do it now. I feel sorry for the kids. They can't eat nothing. Can't go nowhere. Can't eat nothing anymore. But it's the way times is. Times getting worse. All right, y'all. This is Mr. Bo Derek. Appreciate y'all for watching this. Like I say, let me know in the comment section if you want me to start reviewing the wrestling. Because I watch them. You want me to do reviews, let me know. I'm not asking you for anything but your opinion. You want me to do a live stream on it? Let me know. If y'all will come in and talk about the wrestling, I'll talk about it with you. It ain't got to be current wrestling. We can talk about the old days. Maybe we can do watch-alongs. But like we can find stuff on YouTube. I might can't show it to you in real time, but I could put it up in slow motion and you could watch on your TV or projector, and you could be in a chat and we could be discussing what we watching. And if y'all want to do that, let me know. Seriously, let me know your opinion. This is Mr. Bo Derek. I'm signing off. We'll have a bike ride tomorrow, and then we're going to have the Saturday sermon. So I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody. I'm out.